drive. No one thinks they're going to go ahead and get there. But Tom Brady, he was learning his team. And he was starting to put his fingerprints all over this offense. And the culture, you could see, they started to believe. And in that second half, the last 3 quarters of that game, when they went against the Chiefs, the world champs, they said, we can do this. They haven't lost since. And now they're both here going against each other. These two teams, 14-1 since that time.
Yeah, and this Tampa Bay defense gets overshadowed because of the quarterback story, but they have ratcheted up big time in this win streak. And look what they've done during the postseason. All these wins on the road and just wreaking havoc, this defense, starting at Washington.
Well, at Washington, they impose their will. They come out 2 sacks, got the interception, turnovers huge in the postseason, doing it on both ends. But now you got to go to New Orleans against the Hall of Famer Drew Brees. They get 4 takeaways. How much easier is it to win on the road in the playoffs with that? But guess what? You're not done. You got Rodgers. 5 sacks, 2 takeaways. They did their job. They had key stops. They're going to need it again today, though.
And then you've got this guy right here. We see them so many times, and we know him well enough to know he hopes that his career can be measured one day against what Tom Brady's career looks like.
It's just one of the greatest moments in sports. You just don't get this very often. LeBron James, Michael Jordan, they're playing for the Super Bowl, generation against generation. Oh, this is huge. This is going to be awesome. And this guy, he wants it bad.
It's the ultimate script going in. I'd say also wants it badly, or the tandem of receivers when you got Tyreek Hill, Travis Kelce. My gosh, can they wreck a game?
Well, it's just unbelievable how efficient they are, and they get down the field. Tyreek Hill, a big play threat, dominated in the first half, really took the game over. They're going to have a plan for him, Tampa. They're not going to allow him to do that. But that's where Kelsey's hurt a lot of other teams. He does such a good job against safeties, linebackers. It's just no really good matchup. You got to change it up a lot and really create turnovers, Jim. That's your best chance against Kansas City.
Oh, what a night it's going to be, Tony, here in Tampa. And we will continue inching toward kickoff with the team introductions. They're going to take the field as Super Bowl 55 continues on CBS.
One more.
We arrived with courage, with stamina, with teamwork.
Welcome back to Tampa and Super Bowl 55, and let them come out. The Kansas City Chiefs. Run it back. That's the motto that you hear and you see all around that great community of Kansas City. It's up on the billboards, urging their team to go back-to-back. It hasn't been done in a long stretch. In fact, the longest streak in NFL history without a repeat champion, going back to the Patriots of 03-04. Let's meet the Chiefs.
How about those Chiefs? Let's go, baby.
History. It really only repeats itself every so often. But for this team,
Out of this world.
to accomplish all this,
Touchdown! Kansas City! Now you want to get excited?
that's the kind of brilliance the world might remember forever.
Chiefs are ready to run it back. Let's run it back, baby. Run it back. How about those Chiefs?
So, to truly appreciate history, make sure you take note of the present.
You know that I was made for this.
The AFC champions, Kansas City Chiefs.
And now the Buccaneers ready to leave the locker room. A team that was 7-9 a year ago, had only two winning seasons in the past decade. Hadn't won a playoff game before this great run since winning the Super Bowl back in 2002. Ryan Jensen leads them out for starting center. Tom Brady, the third man to leave the locker room. 3 road wins, to become the first team to ever play in the Super Bowl on their home turf. Let's meet the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
So, you want to talk about history? How about some history that's already been made?
Bucs are going to win this football game. Tampa Bay is heading to the Super Bowl.
A Super Bowl with a home team at
It's
last.
just another home game for us. This is our home.
A band of hard-hitting, trash-talking, swashbuckling Bucs who can dominate both sides of the ball.
Touchdown, Tampa Bay!
Fire the candlestick, let's go!
And oh yeah, the greatest of all time, steering the ship.
When I close my eyes and count to 10.
10 Super Bowls for Tom Brady.
This is their house, with their history still to be made.
The NFC champions, Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Tom waves to family and friends in the stands. His parents are here for the game. Let's go down to Evan Washburn.
Jim, thanks, covering the Bucs. Was able to speak with Bruce Arians just a few minutes ago to get the latest on the health of some key guys ahead of this game. Tight end Cameron Brate's been working through a back injury. Antonio Brown, we know about the knee. He told me they're both a full go. Now, there is some real concern about starting safety Jordan Whitehead. He suffered a severe shoulder injury against the Packers. They're not sure he's going to make it through this game, but they feel good about their depth at that position. Now for the latest with the Chiefs, here's Tracy Wolfson.
Well, thanks a lot, Evan. Patrick Mahomes remained on the injury list this week, still dealing with that turf toe. He told us he played through considerable pain in that AFC Championship game, but he had 2 weeks off, 2 weeks to rehab, and he is close to 100%, and that's a good thing because he is playing behind a very banged-up offensive line. He will be without both of his starting tackles today, and how that line holds up against this Bucs pass rush is a key part of this game. Jim?
That could be the ultimate matchup to watch right there, Tracy. We're counting down to the biggest performance of the year. Don't miss out on the weekend performing the Pepsi Super Bowl 55 halftime show. Grab and scan your Pepsi after the show for exclusive updates. Coming up next, we honor America. You're watching the YouTube Life in a Day kickoff show. The YouTube Life in a Day kickoff show is sponsored by Intuit TurboTax Live and by YouTube TV. Watch like a fan. Welcome back to Tampa and Super Bowl 55. And now a special message from the President and First Lady of the United States.
Super Bowl Sunday.
Before kickoff, we wanted to thank all the frontline healthcare heroes, both at the game and watching across the country. You put yourself at risk to keep the rest of us safe. You and your families carried us through this year with courage, compassion, and kindness. We couldn't have made it without you. With all our hearts, thank you.
Now, as we thank you and all of our essential workers, let's remember we all can do our part to save lives. Wear masks, stay socially distanced, get tested, get vaccinated when it's your turn. And most of all, let's remember all those who we've lost. So please join us, the Kansas City Chiefs, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and the National Football League in a moment of silence for the more than 440,000 Americans who lost their lives in this pandemic and for their loved ones who are left behind.
Thank you.
has been rough. The load, heavy. And nothing from hell to sky has turned us back. We did not get here alone. We arrived as one. With courage, with stamina, with teamwork. And after all the cheers have died down, and the stadium is empty, after the headlines have been written, the measure of who we are is what we do with what we have. And I firmly believe in our finest hour, our greatest fulfillment to all we hold dear is that moment when we work our hearts out in good cause and lie exhausted on the field of battle victorious. Because it's not whether we get knocked down, but whether we get back up as one.
Signing tonight's performances is Warren Wawa Snipe. In celebration of our country, performing America the Beautiful, please welcome multi-Grammy award-winning artist, Her.
To shine and see.
Presenting the colors this evening is a Joint Service Color Guard from the Military District of Washington. They are joined by drummers from the United States Army Field Band, Washington, D.C.
Halt! Present arms!
To honor America and perform our national anthem, Please welcome Grammy-nominated country superstar Eric Church and multi-Grammy-nominated recording artist Jasmine Sullivan.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we had the twilight's last gleam. Broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. For the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red lamp were speeding through the night.
Absolutely amazing and inspiring. The coin toss is next. Super Bowl 55 on CBS, minutes away. Welcome back to Tampa and Super Bowl 55, and now let's send it back to public address announcer Alan Roach.
Please welcome the captains. From the Chiefs, Travis Kelce. And from the Buccaneers, Levante David. And tonight's referee, Carl Cheffers.
Today, we honor our three captains for their actions and impact in a time of uncertainty and need. They've taken the lead, exceeding all expectations and limitations, uplifting their communities and neighbors as leaders, healers, and educators. James has felt the wounds of warfare, but this warrior still shares his home with at-risk kids. During COVID, he's even lent a hand live streaming football for family and fans. Tremaine is an educator who works nonstop, providing his community with hotspots, laptops, and tech workshops so his students have all the tools they need to succeed in life and in school. Susie is the ICU nurse manager at a Tampa hospital. Her chronicles prove that even in tragedy, hope is possible. She lost her grandmothers to the pandemic and fights to save other lives in the ICU battle zone, defining the frontline heroes, risking their lives for our own. Let us walk with these warriors, charge on with these champions, and carry forth the call of our captains. We celebrate them by acting with courage and compassion, by doing what is right and just. For while we honor them today, it is they who every day honor us.
Tonight, we celebrate our Super Bowl 55 honorary captains. 3 selfless heroes who've spent the past year helping others in the time of need. Please welcome U.S. Marine veteran James Martin. Educator Tremaine Davis. And from right here in Tampa Bay, ICU nurse manager Susie Dorner. Susie will do the honors of tossing the coin, and she represents the 7,500 vaccinated healthcare heroes with us tonight, along with those across the country and throughout the world. And now, referee Carl Chappers.
Susie, thank you for joining us for the toss tonight. And for all those heroes that are working on our communities, thank you very much. Captains, congratulations on earning the opportunity to play in tonight's game. Your achievement is represented on the coin that we'll use for the toss, with your logos on the tails side and the Super Bowl 55 logo on the head side. Kansas City is a visiting team. They get to call the toss. They have called heads. Susie, toss the coin. It is heads. Kansas City has won the toss, and they would like to defer their choice to the second half. Tampa Bay will get the ball this end of the field. Good luck, gentlemen.
It is the 11th straight Super Bowl that the team that won the coin toss defers. Kickoff is next on CBS. Thank you for watching the YouTube Life in a Day kickoff show. Here is a special look at Life in a Day, now streaming only on YouTube.
CBS presents the Rocket Mortgage Halftime Report.
Oh boy, not again. That familiar connection, Brady and Gronk connecting for 2 touches back-to-back like the cover of Lethal Weapon. That's not an Nate Burleson line. And they have the Bucks on top of the half, 21-6. And hello again, everyone. Welcome to the Rocket Mortgage Halftime Report. I'm James Brown, along with my guys. It will be Phil, Bill, Nate, and Boomer. Nate.
Listen, I love a good highlight reel, but let's have some fun with all the kids out there. Check out these slime lights from our friends at Nickelodeon. Patrick Mahomes with his eyes on the prize, the googly eyes that is, and Tom Brady, I've never seen him more animated. How about this? Butker kicks it, and he hits SpongeBob right in the face. Yes, the kick is good. And Brady, who was he looking for? His BFF, his best friend, Rob Gronkowski, and that is the slime zone. Green everywhere, and then Gronk, of course, is going to spike it. And Tom Brady, for all you little kids out there, he is older than your dad, proving that age is nothing but a number. Yep, primetime TV turns into slime time TV.
Oh, very good, Nate. Well, it's been a rough first half for the Kansas City Chiefs. The mistakes they have made. Patrick Mahomes started on the offensive side, does not have the time he needs. Jason Pierre-Paul knocks the pass down on the short throw. Mahomes pressure, gets out of the pocket. Tyreek Hill would have been a really tough catch. And then once again on the move. Great play by the secondary, knocking it away from Kelsey. It's the penalties by the Kansas City Chiefs. Their defensive backs have got to adjust, quit being so aggressive and getting those fouls called against them.
This is like a heavyweight fight, and they were going back and forth. I think this game changed at the end of the first quarter. Leonard Fournette, 3 straight runs. All of a sudden, BA says, we're going to establish the running game. What does that do? Opens up everything for Tom Brady. The play action on first down. Tom Brady getting comfortable now back there. So the running game is establishing. It slowed down that rush and the blitz. And on the other side, the Tampa Bay defense, they're playing 2 high safeties the whole time, Boom, and they're just taking away all the deep and big plays.
You know, you take a look at the QB comparison right here, guys. You'll see that Patrick Mahomes has played a really poor first half, and not a lot of it is his fault. He is getting away from pressure. The offensive line is really struggling against the defensive line of the Buccaneers. The other thing I want to say here, I kind of feel like the referees are way too involved here, and they're making too many decision throws, throwing too many flags that are leading to points to Tampa Bay. Now, I will say this, in the 2018 AFC Championship game, Kansas City was shut out at halftime 14-0 to the New England Patriots and Tom Brady. We saw the second half that Patrick Mahomes had in that game. They eventually lost in overtime. But here's the thing, and we all said this. At the beginning of this game, we said, whatever team was behind, don't worry about it. Their quarterback's going to be good enough to get them back in the game. So I expect a special second half by the Kansas City Chiefs.
Yeah, I agree with you. When it comes to these flags, it is heavily imbalanced. But listen, you got to go out there and you have to let these guys play a little bit. If I'm the referees, I treat this like the 90s NBA playoffs. You let them be a little bit physical, stop throwing the laundry out there on the field. But when it comes to this heavyweight bout, right now, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers defense is serving up body blow after body blow, and the Chiefs, they aren't able to handle it.
You did spend some time in Detroit, right? Where the, what were they known as?
Oh, the Bad Boys.
Yeah, the Bad Boys. Okay, no question about it. Hey, folks, counting down to the biggest performance of the year. Don't miss out on the weekend performing for the Pepsi Super Bowl 55 halftime show. Grab and scan your Pepsi to get exclusive behind-the-scenes content. This has been the Rocket Mortgage Halftime Report. Now let's see how the NFL and its players continue to inspire change.
Verizon post-game show. Experience ultra-fast speeds and ultra-low lag of 5G ultra-wideband in parts of select cities. 5G built right.
Well, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers got it done with a 68-year-old coach who was led that team by a 43-year-old quarterback who talked his 31-year-old tight end friend out of retirement. And guess what? They're doing it in Florida. I'm James Brown, and we welcome you to the Verizon postgame show. Back here in Raymond James Stadium, folks, it was simply outstanding. Boomer, Nate, Coach, and Phil, did you expect anything at all?
Well, no, didn't expect it this way, but they did everything today. They did everything today. It's a little different.
Sounds good. You know what? Folks will chill out just a bit, Phil, and I'll just let them know right now. That's, of course, coming up next on CBS. It all begins with the world premiere of the CBS original, The Equalizer, starring Queen Latifah. That'll be followed by your local news. Then it's a special Sunday night late show with Stephen Colbert with guests Robert Downey Jr., Tiffany Haddish, Metallica, and, of course, more next on CBS.
Okay.
Finish your thought.
I was going to read the promo, but you did a good job. First off, when you look at Bruce Arians, this team represented him big, tough, and powerful their way. What did they do on the offensive side? They didn't throw it deep. They ran the ball, threw it underneath tonight. Caught them by surprise. Great job by Byron Leftwich. What did they do on defense, Bill? They set back. Only 5 blitzes the whole game by Todd Bowles, the blitzing guy. So they really crossed everything up. It fooled Kansas City, won the game.
This game was won in the trenches. I think the lines of both the Tampa Bay on offense and defense, they dominated. They imposed their will. They won in the trenches. That was the difference in the game. It was won at the line of scrimmage on both sides of the ball.
I will never call an NFL team soft. I have too much respect for these football players and how they approach the game. But I will say one of these teams was the tougher team. From the moment the Tampa Bay Buccaneers stepped on this field, they were the aggressors until that confetti fell, and that is one of the main reasons why they won.
Like I said, when Peyton Manning went to Denver, he raised the level of everybody in that building. The same thing Tom Brady did when he came down here to Tampa. And by the way, Gronkowski, Brown, and Fournette, all 3 guys who were not on the team before the season started, showed up big in this Super Bowl.
How about that?
Great point.
All right, folks, we've got a lot more coming your way as we continue the celebration here in Tampa. We'll step aside. Back with more of the Verizon postgame show after this. Look at those beautiful shots there, folks. Tonight's aerial coverage brought to you by Michelob Ultra.
Hey, you know, guys, we were talking about Todd Bowles earlier. He played to his advantage. He knew that he had the advantage with his defensive line against the reshuffled offensive line. We heard Jim Nantz talking about it with Tony Romo, and he sat back. You know, so I think that Tom Brady's most likely going to get the MVP of Super Bowl 55, and he deserves it for so many other reasons other than just his performance tonight. But Todd Bowles is a co-MVP in my eyes because he resisted blitzing and let Devin White and those guys just play football, and man, did they play football, and what a playoff run Devin White has had.
Yeah, you're right about that. He was fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
He's going to have a great career. He was all over the place. But speaking of coaches, how about Byron Leftwich? I mean, the game plan that they came in with, let's let's not do too much. Let's not overthink it. What are our strengths? We can control the ground with the run game, and then we use that run game to throw the ball downfield. I love the fact that they called the perfect game plan while beating up on that Chiefs defense.
Yeah, you know, we talked about it coming in, and they finished drives. The one thing, Kansas City got down there a couple times, had to settle for field goals, and you know, again, the game was won with the offensive line and defensive line, and those linebackers, Devin White, Levante David, they were all over this field. We talked about that front seven, Shaq Barrett, Jason Pierre-Paul. I'm telling you, that defense was very special tonight.
And your thoughts, Phil? Go ahead. You can expand on it.
The Tampa Bay offensive line, the size of it, they dominated. They pushed around that KC defense. The last time they played, they really took advantage of it tonight.
We never want to cut you short, Phil. Time now, folks, for the presentation of the Vince Lombardi Trophy. So let's throw it out to our PA announcer, Alan Roach.
And now, direct your attention to the field for the presentation of the Vince Lombardi Trophy.
On behalf of the NFL, thank you to the city of Tampa for a wonderful Super Bowl week. In a season we will never forget, you are the Super Bowl champions. We will always remember. Joe, to the entire Glazer family, congratulations. Congratulations, Coach Arians, to a great organization, great players. The Vince Lombardi Trophy is staying in Tampa Bay.
Congratulations to the Glazer family and all the Buck Nation. What an amazing tribute this is in this most trying and challenging of NFL seasons. For you guys to take home the Lombardi, how do you put it in the woods?
I got to say, I got to start by saluting all the healthcare workers here. They're the real champions. And then our great band, we did it at home. Players, Coach Arians, Jason Light. You know, my father had an expression. If you want to know the road ahead, ask the person who's been there. Well, we found that person. 10 Super Bowl appearances, 7 victories, Tom Brady.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did. Congratulations. Let's give that trophy to Bruce Arians. Coach, tell us how you did this. This team that rallied at the end of the year, you win your last 8 games. There's so many people around this league. I know how close-knit you are. The coaches, the history you have together here, it goes way back. And to share this with so many people you're close to, this has got to be the night of your life.
Yeah, I have so many people to thank. My wife, Chris, Jake, Christy. My mom's up there, she's 95. Love you, Mom. But now, this really belongs to our coaching staff and our players. This is your trophy. I didn't do a damn thing. You guys won this game, all right? You came together as a band of brothers, and you made it happen. So proud of all of you. Thank you.
Bruce, congratulations. Why don't you hand that off to number 12? Jason, congratulations. Let's bring in Tom Brady, Super Bowl champion for the 7th time. And Tom, you're also Super Bowl MVP, presented by Verizon. Congratulations. As part of its $10 million commitment, Verizon is donating a $1 million check to Local Initiatives Support Corporation on behalf of you to support small businesses across America. Tom, I mean, this is all you play for. And you think about the odds, we talked about it this week, that you had to overcome.
Can you come a little closer? I can't hear anything.
The odds you had to overcome to get to this game and to get to this point right here. How special is this night for you of all the great things you've accomplished?
I'm so proud of all these guys down here. Everything we dealt with all year. We had a rough month in November, but BA had all the confidence in us. The team had a lot of confidence. We came together at the right time. I think we knew this was going to happen tonight, didn't we? We ended up playing our best game of the year.
You got reunited with Gronk twice in the end zone tonight. You found AB in the end zone. Fournette scored a touchdown. I mean, there was a bunch of AFC guys come to Tampa. They all believed in you, too, to have this night as a possibility. And here you are. With all that you've done, where does this rank? Is this the crowning achievement?
I'm not putting any, making any comparisons. Being down here and experiencing it with this group of guys is, every year is amazing. And this team is world champions forever. You can't take it away from us, so. Thank you, guys. Thank you all.
Tom, congratulations. It's nothing better than be able to share this with your family and your kids.
They started off about this big, and now look at them. So I'm trying to stop the little clock right now, but it'd be nice to celebrate with them, too.
And there's more to come, right, Tom? There's more to come as far as football.
Yeah, we're coming back.
We're coming
you
back.
You know that.
Coming back. Tom Brady's coming back.
Way to go.
Congratulations, the Tampa Bay Bucks, Super Bowl 55 champions. JB, back to you.
All right, Jim, our Super Bowl coach Bill Cowher said about this Tampa Bay team, they are just hitting their stride. Tom said it, more to come. And guess what? More to come here as the Verizon postgame show continues after this.
They got the win.
Absolutely amazing.
Now, get the gear. The Buccaneers have won the Super Bowl. And you can get your hands on the official trophy collection at NFLshop.com, including the Super Bowl t-shirt and hat, along with podium jacket and celebration towel.
The Bucs are the champions of the world.
They wore it on the field. Now you can wear it everywhere. Shop now and get free shipping at NFLshop.com.
The Verizon postgame show. Experience ultra-fast speeds and ultra-low lag of 5G ultra-wideband in parts of select cities. 5G built right.
And back here to Raymond James Stadium, celebrating the Super Bowl here and the Verizon postgame show. Full house with my colleagues, indeed. Final thoughts. I know your bucket's full. Your final thoughts.
No, final thoughts. Devin White is a superstar. That's one thing. The tackling by Tampa Bay's defense didn't give up any cheap extra yards. And I'd say to all the Tampa Bay fans, go buy your tickets because they're going to sell out next year.
When I look at the Tampa Bay Bucs, I think they're the most complete team in the National Football League. You're talking about their ability on offense to run the ball, to throw the ball. And defensively, they can rush the quarterback, they can play the run. When you look at them from top to bottom, they're the most complete football team, I think, in the National Football League. And there they showed that tonight.
Yeah, you can't teach an old dog new tricks. Well, it doesn't matter when you got some pit bulls by you. The young players on this Tampa Bay Buccaneers, offense and defense, they stepped up. So Tom Brady, give him credit, but his surrounding pieces help.
Kansas City and Patrick Mahomes will be back. That's a great thing about youth. You learn. He's 44-10 as a starting quarterback. I'd take that.
And guess what? As Boomer just gave me a good cue there, we will be back with more, yes, talking about the world champs after this.
CBS Sports thanks you for watching this special presentation of the National Football League, Super Bowl 55.
Tom Brady and all of the Buccaneers certainly symbolize what it means to overcome odds. They've done that in a season like none other in terms of the pandemic, coming together as a team, and they are at the top of the heap. I feel the same about all of my colleagues. We've done the same this season, and folks, we thank you for joining us for Super Bowl 55. Coverage continues on the Verizon postgame show over on CBS Sports Network, the 24-hour home of CBS Sports. Now on CBS, Injustice will be equalized. Queen Latifah stars in the new CBS original, The Equalizer, and it starts right now.